What's going on, traders? Welcome to Money Mitch. How we doing, guys? We need to find out what's next, guys. Is this a red turn and we just need to just start worrying? Or is this time to buy the dip? We'll definitely talk about that on Money Mitch, and welcome to the show.
It's time for Money Making Mitch. When investors need a story, we're going to the moon. Welcome to Money Mitch, where story is everything. I'm here to find you the next opportunity. It's all about the green hands. Now we all know the bull market is here to stay. Money Mitch.
What's going on, traders? How we doing? How was your trading day? Let me know in the chat. I know it was a little bit tough. Did you see a little red? Easy in the chat. Happy Freddie P. What's going on? The green, let's go. Tubby in the house. Hey, I love seeing all the loyals in the house. That's what I want to see. Richard, James, Hertz. You guys know. Pets found the floor. I'll definitely take a look at it for you. I'll even write it down until I make sure that I get towards that one for you, Hertz. So I'll take a look at pets. We'll talk a little bit about some stocks that I was watching. One that I just missed. I've been watching one stock for a while, and it's been taking off. Yogi in the house. What's up? Chilled Monkey. WKA. I love to see all you guys in the chat. Let's keep it going. Let's hit the thumbs up. Let's get this party going. What did we see today in the market, right? First things first, let's look at the SPY, see what we saw on the SPY. And on the daily chart, you can see we were pushing on up, but I had this feeling we were going to pull back. If you look at a little bit of a tighter consolidation, you could pull this trend line down here, and every single time we get kind of near this levels right here, we keep kind of rejecting. And so it's not a bad thing. Like I said, I wanted to just hold 438 on pullbacks, and we actually went through that level, but now we're getting close to closing above that level, and that's what I want to see. Right now we're at 4309, 4308. And that's what I want to see. As we can hold 438, that's actually a good sign. That just means we had a nice little pullback day and we could rip back above that level. Let's go ahead and take a look. Looks like there's some other guys in the chat. I love to see the names. Amber, what's up? How we doing, Amber? Kadar, Crypto, BZ. Ooh, I got a Limbo. We got Lone Pigs and Clubs. We got Chris in the house. The Lone Piggies and Cub. What a name. I got to give this guy what's going on. The weed stonks getting vaporized. We'll talk a little bit about some weed stocks. I was looking at one that actually went up. So I don't know why it was going up, but yeah, I did see the weed stocks definitely take a hit. Dino in the house. Aaron Randall. That's what I like to see. It's good to see everybody in here. Clyde. Let's take a look at the Qs. The Qs, if you guys heard from my podcast this morning, I had that feeling we were going to get that turnaround look. And, man, did we get that turnaround look. But the big thing is above the resistance line. It's okay if we trend through a line and wick through it. A lot of times, especially on the indexes, you'll get these kind of wicks that we get through these major supports or resistance, and then we see them clear it above. That's actually a good sign that we went all the way down towards the 360s, now recovering that 362.73. I'm going to keep watching that. Can we get above these levels? Can we hold 263 on pullbacks for tomorrow and then get back above 365? That's what we would like to see. If not, then we could be heading back down closer towards 355. And you got to be careful with the big tech names that have gotten that big push in this recent tech boom. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at some of these names. Looks like we got Solar in the house. Raymond, Akash, Chilled Monkey. What's going on? I love to see everybody in here. Let's go take a look at what we got. Microsoft earnings is out. Let's take a look. Why not? You know what? My man's bringing it up. I know we were going to take a look at some earnings today as they started coming out. And look at that move. Yes, you are right, man. A little bit of a tank down session there. Let's take a look at the actual earnings here, see what we're seeing on the pro. So we had some sweeps right before that. Looks like the earnings are out right here. Let's take a look here. So Microsoft reported quarterly earnings of $2.17 per share, which beat the analyst consensus of $1.90 by 14.2%. So a little bit of a beat there, not that bad. Let's take a look here a little bit further down, and you see that they got the quarterly reported sales of 46.2 billion, which beat the analyst consensus estimate of 44.10 billion. This was a 4.76% beat. But as you can tell, even with the beats, they're just not liking it in the market right now. This one's definitely going to probably hurt the market a little bit. Let's see what we get from Apple and Alphabet in a second. I'm not sure if they're out already. I can take a look here. Let's take a look at how Apple's trading right now, see how it's trading on this. All right, so Apple is right now trading a little bit down, not the biggest move right here after hours, but let's take a look right now. Started to trade a little bit down with, I think, that Microsoft news. Let's take a look here. Earnings, I do not think have gone out just yet, but we're going to probably get them in just a few seconds. I'll pay attention towards that. If you guys see it while it comes out, let me know. I'll definitely bring it on up. Let's go ahead and let's talk about some stocks that I've been taking a look at and going to continue to look at. So some of my on my watch right now are PCYO. This was a water stock that was moving, and this is one that I kind of missed. I'm kind of mad that I missed this one because I was holding this one for a while on my watch list, but I missed this recent breakout through the 14s, getting on up there towards 1560s, now pulling back towards 1520, looking strong today though, up there to 1549. And with that being said, I'm not only watching this one, I'm going to watch some other names also in this kind of utility water sector. But there's also this one that I would keep an eye out in utilities, BEPC. This is a new one that I found, Brookfield Renewable. Let's take a look here on the daily chart. Looks like earnings are 9 days, and there was a big order that came in here. 15 million shares traded on the 25th of June, and it's looking like it wants to get through that level again. I like multiple levels, those price levels that we get through. So this is what I'm seeing for this stock. I can really see it kind of starting to try to test up towards the trend, and it could test up, I think, towards 45 going into the earnings. So this one's going to stay on my radar. This is BEPC, Brookfield Renewable here. Take a look at this. I'll put the ticker up here. I got you. I see someone in the chat kind of messing this up. So there you go. It's BEPC there. Check this one out. It's utilities. This is in the renewables in the power sector. Big order in on the 25th of June. We'll see if this one kind of makes a good move up. Looks like earnings are 9 days from now on August 5th before the market opens. Let's go ahead and continue what's going on in the chat. I want to stay up with you guys. If you guys see anything, stonks getting smoked, hey, well, I guess it's going to have to be one of those cannabis stocks kind of day, but we're not going to buy the assets. We might have to go get some stock from the cannabis companies. But let's go ahead and see what else we got. When is the Fed press conference? Anyone know? I'm pretty sure that's tomorrow. Don't quote me on that, Timmy Two Trades, but I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow. I'll take a look at it, but we'll definitely talk about it tomorrow on Pre-Market Prep. So stay with us tomorrow morning. We'll let you know, Timmy. All right, let's go ahead. Let's catch up. Chat looking good. Looking like there's no other earnings out right now. Let's take a look at Apple, see if the Apple's already gotten out. We'll take a look here, see how this is moving. It is still moving down on that news, so I don't know if the earnings got out, but definitely, as you can see, I think that Microsoft earnings already affecting this one. But maybe when we get an earnings report from here, we could get the beat, we can get it to turn back around. I'll keep a watch on that. Let's go to another area here. The next area we're going to talk about is some other utilities here. Let's take a look here at Duke. Duke is a good one. One that I've been watching. I actually kind of messed up on a day trade a little bit earlier in the week in this chop day, And of course, I got chopped up in between, but should have stayed in this one as it's made a nice move back up there towards 106.34, trying to break out through these wicks. You guys have heard me mention this name multiple times. The reason I brought up this one was because it was mentioned by the infrastructure stocks for the charging stations. And so with that being said, if it was mentioned in that, I think just that alone, it's going to continue to push on up. We got earnings also on August 5th. I think this one can get through those wicks. Those wicks are at a high there of 108. So if we can get through 108 in the next couple of days, that would be interesting. And that's Duke, DUK, Duke Energy Corp. Let's look at POR. This is one in the same area that I'm pointing out that is looking like it wants to get a nice breakout right now. So still looking in reach here, at least this play here. POR, Portland General Electric. I think it could come up towards this trend line, come up somewhere near 49.50s, and then really get that next push on up. Then we'll see if it gets through that and gets up there to 50 and 51. But looking like it's trying to really get that retrend back up. Last couple of days, it did kind of the same move Duke did, that in between day, and then a really strong day out today, POR. All right, let's go ahead. You know it, Joe. What's up? What's up, Joe? That dude, Money Mitch, hit the thumbs up. Let's keep it going. Let's go into some more stocks here. Let's see what other plays I got for you guys. All right, so later in the week, we're going to have some earnings. So one of the earnings plays that we're going to have, and I'll put up the graphic for you guys to see that so you guys can see some other earnings that are going to be coming up. So one of the earnings play I'm paying attention to is Under Armour. I want to pay attention to see how this really kind of moves. With that being said, I'm also looking at Foot Locker. Foot Locker is a stock that is on my radar. Both of them not looking too bad right now. Let's go to Under Armour first here. Let's take a look at the daily chart. You can see that hold of support. We kind of broke down a little bit today, but really as long as we can hold these multiple lows now, I'm looking good. This low right here being 1735. Today's low being 1736. Yesterday's low being 1727. Those are kind of like my risk spots. And I'd be looking for this one to retrend back above 1780s, get into the 18s, and then start trending into kind of that earnings and then maybe push into the earnings. I like the chart here starting to push on up. We'll see if this one gets through that $18 level. That's UA Under Armour. So be careful. The earnings are in 7 days, actually on the August 3rd. So let's pay attention towards that. But Foot Locker, let's pay attention to this move because this move is another one that I think could get moving here. If we know Nike has made a big move recently, Nike's been pushing on up with that massive earnings. So I've been looking to see what's going to happen with these. DKS, Dick's Sporting Good, has been doing great. Let's see if this one can come back up and trend back up towards that 60 going into the later in the week. That's Foot Locker. Starbucks got decaffeinated, Manuel. I'll have to take a look at that. What's up, Tony? Tony in the house. I think my man likes the Rockets, and thumbs up for sure. All right, let's keep going. What are the ones that are out there? Microsoft beat, guiding up, price dropping. Yep, that's just how it goes in this market. Good earnings don't necessarily mean the stock's going up. Sometimes it's already been priced in. Sometimes it just can't beat. Like I've seen Amazon just completely rip through the earnings report in the numbers, and then you see the stock and it just doesn't relay it. So that doesn't always give you exactly how the stock's going to react. Let's keep going. Let's get into the next one. Mitch from a Mitch. Don't worry, Mitch squared. We're taking over the world. FLGC. There you go. That was a good one today. I was watching that one, Norma. Not a bad move there in a cannabis play. I know that this was the one that I talked about earlier that I said there was one cannabis stock that had gotten a big lift. Look at that Flora growth rip out. That one went all the way up to $5.50 from a $3 move in about two days. So, I mean, I know some people probably took some profit into that move today, but not a bad move. I was even looking at this one for a day trade today, but it just wasn't holding this kind of trend. Look, I was even drawing it here, guys. I was thinking this one could maybe get up there and, get a nice trend. And it got up there, but it just cracked down. It tried to get back above that VWAP, hold it, but it couldn't hold. It's an interesting stock at least. But, man, on the daily chart, that's a big move. Let's get into the next one. Google looking good. Let's take a look, see if we got in the earnings to come out here. All right, so earnings are out here. Let's take a look. Chart. How we doing on the chart? How we doing? Let me zoom out here. Oh, there you go. Look at that reversal. We went down, back up there, started trying to up on Alphabet. Let's take a look here what we got on the earnings report. There you go. Looks like we got some beats. Looks like we beat on the EPS. We're at 27.26, a beat of a $19.21 estimate. So you're talking about more than like an $8 beat there. That's a huge beat, like we've seen, and like I mentioned, Amazon done before. And as we're seeing, the stock actually responding well towards that. Let's take a look to see if there's anything else we got here on the earnings. Looks like the sales beat also. Sales beat at $61.88 billion and beat a $56.2 billion estimate from Dow Jones here. Not a bad beat there. 10% beat on the sales, and we see it here. Their response was pretty positive there. Let's take a look here at the 1 minute. See how we're still moving. Looks like we got up there from about 2,700 where we really started lifting up there to 2820s. We'll see if it gets through that level. Alphabet having a good time there on that earnings report. Let's see if Apple is out yet. I do not think it is, but yeah, I don't think it is just yet. We're paying attention to it. You guys let me know if you guys see Apple come out, and we'll get into that. AMD's earnings. AMD's. Let's go into AMD. There you go. Good move. Good move. I like the chat. Letting me know. That's what it's all about. Let's get into this. Let's look at the earnings, see what we got. All right, so looks like we got a beat on the sales, 4.4 billion to 4.2 billion versus a 3.8 billion estimate. So about a $600,000 beat there. That's a pretty good beat. Let's look at the EPS. That's what I really like. The adjusted EPS at 63 cents, beating the 54-cent estimate there. That's the adjusted. And then the sales right there at 3.85 looks like it on the report there. Not a bad beat. And if you really look at the kind of the year over year, I mean, look at that 92% increase year over year. So, hey, nice little beat there for AMD. We've been seeing a stock get downtrended, right? So this stock was already kind of getting hit hard over the last couple of days, got hit hard today. And so a good earnings report, what does it bring a lot of the times? It at least brought that reversal of momentum here. Will this continue? We're going to have to pay attention to it because the daily chart was looking kind of bearish, but now it's recovering that candle. You see how that candle is starting to become a harmy on the daily? If this really kind of gets back up there, it could even possibly get into the green today. So you never know what happens with AMD. AMD loves to make these huge pullbacks. That went all the way down towards 89 today, back above 92. Crazy move there in AMD. Cake. Chris calling out the cake. Chris wants some cake in the chat. You guys let him know. The cake is out. The cake is out, guys. And the cake is taking a hit. Let's take a look, though, what we got here on the earnings report for Cheesecake Factory. I got to be honest. I love me some Cheesecake Factory. Put a 1 in the chat if you like some Cheesecake Factory, or if you just like the cheesecake like I do. I don't really like the food. I just like their cheesecake, but hey, that's just me. The cake is out. Let's take a look here. Earnings at 80 cents per share, which beat the analyst consensus of an estimate of 72 cents by 11%. So that's a beat there. Let's take a look here and see what the sales were. The company reported sales at $769 million, which beat the analyst consensus of $742 1.58 million by 3.56%. So a little beat on the sales, but as you can see, taking a hit there, but let's see if it recovers here. Now it's starting to jump on it. Let's see on the 1 minute where we're moving right now. Okay, so we went down towards 49, bouncing back here towards 52.25. Let's see if it can get back above 54. That would reclaim all the losses that we saw in the after hours, and then it can get back above these kind of 55s. We'll see if it gets there, and we'll keep an eye on the cake. Had a good mojito at the cake once. I can't blame you. It's Friday. Is it Friday yet? I don't know. You can't do that to me, Hex. You're gonna make me go into happy hour mode. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. What other stocks we got out there? Chain restaurant food. Life is too short. Yep, I agree, man. I agree. There's too much out there for you to be stuck in those. The Oreo Extreme Cheesecake. That sounds fire right now. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds good right now. I'll take that. Line me up some cheesecake. Let's get into some other stocks here. Let's look at some plays that I want to look at. Lake is one to keep a watch. I know some people don't really watch this one. This is also an apparel play that has been starting to uptrend. Take a look at this one because I think this one, if it gets through this kind of level right here, this 27, that's when I'd really be interested and it could start uptrending. This one went all the way up to 47 in February. We'll see if Lake Industry can get moving. Let's go ahead and let's get into some other stocks. You guys are still holding any Lucid Dreams Master stocks? You talking Lucid? Yeah, Lucid did take a little bit of a downfall today, a hard turnaround from that 29. Why can't we get to 30? 30, guys. I've pointed this out so many times. We need to get towards that $30. It's like every time we get here, it's just like, nope. You think so? Nope. Let's go ahead and see if we can pull back, hold this low. That's really the important thing for me. If we can hold, like I said, 25 on pullbacks, I still like it. So it's still held 25s today. We had a low of 25.11. As long as we keep holding these 25s, I'm still not worried about this chart too much. It could come back down tomorrow, come maybe down towards 24.75, and then get that lift back up. We wanted to see that lift get up towards 28 and then eventually get into the 30 area. That's our price point for it. If it gets towards that 30, I really do think it gets some drive. All right, when will AMC go to the moon? Man, I mean to tell you that I've been looking at AMC and I've been thinking, come on, get through that $40 level. Get through that $40 level. If we can get through that $40 level, I think we can get back up to 50. And that would be an interesting move just to get towards 50. We can get to 50. Then it's going to be a lot depending on the volume because look at the volume. Look how I could draw this line and the volume just died off from that explosion. And if anything, it's been going lower and lower here. And we need that kind of volume that we got here, at least a little spike here at 199 million. We need that kind of shares trading in AMC to really get it through that level and give it some drive so that we can see it attack kind of this level here. If it could really start going up and attacking that level, then yeah, once we get to 45 with some good volume, it could get back up there. With AMC though, I would watch CNK. I'll give you one to watch in here because if AMC is going to do that well and come back in that shape, why not Cinemark, right? Why is Cinemark not doing that great in this environment? I mean, if you look, Cinemark is only about $8 off its March 20 lows, and it's been fighting this 16 multiple times to try to get back above. But I think if it can break out from these levels, if it can get out of this $16 level, I think it could start getting back up there towards 20 and maybe even eventually 22. So that's not a bad one to take a look at. Cinemark, just for you kind of AMC guys. Lucid to the moon. Are you talking about dreams or are we talking about the car? Let's keep going. Your thoughts on T-Doc? Hey, if you like T-Doc air stocks, I would hit up Chris Ketchy. That guy on Spax Attack is a big T-Dot guy. You got to stay with that guy. He knows a lot about it more than I do. Let's keep going. Let's get into the next one. The Lucid in the Sky with diamonds. Can't blame you for that one. That's a good line right there. Let's get into towards some stocks that I've been looking at and want to see if they can start roaring again. One of them being Eli Golf. Can we get back up there? You know, we dipped. You know, we got this dip, this hard dip, good recovery, V-shaped recovery, right? Then we started holding some multiple lows. The question is, can we hold these lows now and get back up? I'm going to be watching this stock because I do think that we could get back to trending on this. The big thing is we need to get a quick reversal here and get it back up to about $33 level. When we get towards that level, I think we can start breaking out back up. So I'll keep this one on watch, guys. This is Eli Golf, ELY. Now is not the time to buy the dip. Let's find some strength first. We'll see, Chris. We'll see. I mean, really, I kind of agree with you that, you know, you don't want to always jump in all the time, but, you know, just know your charts. Know what kind of area you're looking at, because we've gotten great reversals before from these levels, and we got a lot of fake outs in this market. So one thing I always just say is set your support, know your trade, and definitely, guys. Just a little programming note. If you guys want to check out Christopher a little bit later, the 10-minute stock trader on for the first time here on Benzinga at 6 p.m. Eastern, guys. We'll have Ryan on at 5, but after that, you'll have Christopher. So definitely check him out, guys, tonight. All right, let's go ahead. Let's keep going. I got about 2 minutes left, guys. Only got a couple stocks left that I want to run through, but I want to make sure that I get you guys these. With the Callaway Golf, look for DS to see if maybe that one can get off this 250 low. I don't want it to see it crack below 240s. 240s would get me really quickly out of this one. But Drive Shack, you guys know this is a kind of that copy play also. We've called this one out before when it was in the $3 and it went up to about $4. Let's see if it gets off this 250 and then gets back up there towards $3. That's Drive Shack. That's DS. I'm going to call out a couple more. BKNG here. Booking Holdings, guys. Booking Holdings. This is a reopening play for this play. Look at this trend line that we're running into. I think this stock is looking strong. The biggest thing for me is going to be watching the volume coming in. As we watch, we want to see this green bar just continue to rip on up. Give us some big breakout and then get up there. And I think this one can get back up there towards 2,500 by the end of the year. So that's kind of like my target for this look is for 2,500. This is kind of a longer term play, but I'm going to definitely call that one out. Booking, not a bad play. BKNG. For that one being said, for my cheap guys that don't like to do expensive stock, don't worry. I got you. I'll give you a stock right here, guys. Look at Trivago, TRVG. This is one that I'm going to be interested to watch to see if we can get back up through these levels. You know, I drew that trend line horrible, but if we can get back up above $3, I like this. Back up above 310, it's going to start looking even better. 350s is where it really start looking great. And I'm going to be keeping the watch on this one because I can think it eventually can get towards, let's say, 450s. So that would be the Trivago play, TRVG. Let's go ahead. Let's get some likes up in here. I'm about to send you guys the Cannabis Hour. I'll give you guys one more trade. If you guys go ahead and smash that like button for me, smash up. Let's see what we got. Let's see how many likes we got here. Where we at? Where we at, chat? What we need here? Let's see where we're at. We're at 83 likes. Let's get it up there towards 100. Come on. 16 more likes. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit that like. Let's go. Let's get it up. I'll give you guys one more trade here that I'm looking at. Let's take a look here. Long-term trade here. I'm going to bring in a favorite here. Let's talk Fubo. I've been thinking about this trade. I think as long as we can hold these lows that you see, kind of we keep wicking towards, which is up down here towards the 25. As long as it holds that 25, I like that area to risk off of. And now I want to see it get back above 28. I want to get a strong candle up there towards 30. Let's see if we can get kind of a little candle up here towards 28. Then we get that really big engulfing look where we get up there towards 30. That's what I'd like to see. If we can get that look, I think we can really start trending back up here, getting at least towards 40. I'm not going to go crazy and say 60 up here, but at least I think you can get up there and get a trend towards 40. And this is all based off that Roku move that you lately seen go on up there towards the 480s. Massive move in Roku. But up next, guys, you got Cannabis Insider. Like my man Chris said, smash that like, support Benzinga, hit the subscribe, and check out some cannabis stocks because I know I got to check out some cannabis myself.